Shalom. This is how rude. Oh man, let me tell y'all, right? So I go into my store, you know, the one I go and get my cappuccino, right? And like mostly all Gentile stores I go into, they show me favor, but I know it's through the grace of the Most High, you know, or the Spirit of the Most High being with me. So I'm in the store. It's a guy in line, two guys, an old lady and a lady, a young lady. So I come up with my cappuccino, and I'm about to pay for it, and he look at me, and I'm like, "What?" He like, "Go ahead, man." I said, "You can't keep doing that, man." So he like, "Nah." He said, "You a good man." And he said, you're special. He said, "You special person. You're a special man." He said, "I have to look out for you. I have to do good to you." That's what he said to me, right, in the store. So when I get outside, right, I was looking at my tire while I'm outside. So the girl and the guy, the girl, and the old lady came out almost about the same time. And I'm looking at my driver's side tire because they keep going low, and I'm like debating, should I put air in it? And the old lady said, "Excuse me." She said, "What did he mean by you special?" I said, "Well, I'm not a homosexual if that's what you're thinking." Right? Because she said, "Oh, no, I didn't think that." I said, "Listen, if somebody would have said that to another man and to me, I would have, I would probably thought that too." I said, "I'm just being honest with you." She said, "No." She said, "But this ain't my first time." She said, "I was in another store and I saw you. Matter of fact," she said, "I was in the Rite Aid." And she was like, "And the Indian looking guy let you go with that stuff you had." She said, "You had like $20-something worth of stuff." I said, "They always do that to me. I don't know why." I said, "Well, I do know why, but I said, it's the Creator. He, that's a blessing. I'm giving, I guess." I said, "He gave me, that's a blessing. He blessed me for them to show favor to me, right?" So she says, "So you saying Jesus?" I said, "Who?" She said, "Jesus." I said, "Who?" She said, "Jesus." I said, "Who?" She said, "Why do you keep saying who every time I say Jesus?" Because I said, "I don't know who that is." So she was like, that's God. I said, "Well, okay, that's what you want to call him, but," I said, "that ain't the Most High." She was like, "Well, what's the difference?" I said, "Well, number one, the person you're talking about isn't real." I said, "And the name isn't real, number one." I said, "Because the name don't even exist." I said, "Secondly, the painting, the likeness of him is real, but that was a homosexual, and he was, around in the 1600s." And I said, "And there is no one true only Son of the Most High Creator that came and died for us." I said, "That's not true." So she said, well, then who died for us?" I said, "You died for yourself. You die for your own sins. Don't your children, I said, "Don't you know people who have grandsons that's been murdered? Don't you see people being hung from trees?" I said, "Don't you see our people getting gunned down in the street?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Do it seem like somebody died for your sins? Or it seem like they dying?" She said, "Oh yeah, they dying." I said, "Okay then. How does somebody die for you if you're dying?" And most of the sins that you're dying for is they're breaking that law is death. You gotta understand that. I said, you break that law so many times without repenting and coming out of it, the judgment is death. Like an adulteress. Adulteress is supposed to be killed if they don't repent. So when you see these women with 4 and 5 kids, about 3 and 4 different men, and all of a sudden she settled down with one man, and somebody walk up and blow her head off, or she died from an ailment, a horrible ailment, but the husband is fine and the kids are fine, you know, understand that that's a judgment. That means the Most High killed her. And she said, no, honey, God don't kill. I said, who is God? So she said, oh, come on now. You call him the Most High, I call him God. I said, well, then you being disrespectful to him. I said, because a man can be God. I said, anybody can be God. You can be made a God. That's not, you know, the Most High gets the highest esteem. He doesn't get the lowest. You know, and so you either call him by his name, or you give him the highest tribute you can give him. She said, well, you said his name ain't Jesus. I said, no. I said, how? So you telling me that the creator of all things, that in which y'all call the Old Testament, didn't play, would kill you, get you right out of here, in what y'all call the Old Testament, if you broke certain laws. But now, all of a sudden, he's going to come down into a skin suit, let people beat the shit out of him, disrespect them, hang them from a damn tree, spit all this stuff, because he loved the world so much. I said, how does that, what? I said, that don't even make sense. I said, so we get beat up, hung from trees and stomped out and everything. That's showing the world we love them so much. Has they changed? Has anything changed? Or have they gotten worse? And she paused. And she was like, oh, I never thought about that. I said, yeah. Because what kind of sense does it make to come down and let somebody physically, mentally, and spiritually abuse you, then take your life, just so you could prove to them that you love them? He proved to us he loved us when he created us. The hell we gotta brutalize him for us to know that that don't make sense, ma'am. So she said, you know what, you're right. She said, that don't make sense. I said, yeah. I see, the problem is that them pastors is not going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you what you want to hear so they can continue to receive money from you. You know, so they can finish taking care of their families off of your back. She said, well, we supposed to give tithes. I said, not like that, honey, not like that. I said, you give to the poor. You give to somebody that don't have. That man got way more than you. Him, his wife, his kids, his roaches got more than you. So right, I said, at this particular moment, he's taking advantage of anybody he receives money from. He's taking advantage of them. And he know he is. And he's wicked. So she was like, so when these people give you stuff, are you taking advantage of them? I said, no, because I don't have nowhere near what they have. She said, well, you look nice. I said, oh, that's because I decided to put on clothes. You know, I said, I don't get dressed all the time. I said, I'm always in work clothes. She said, oh, okay. I said, I took my, I had like a hood on. A little sweatsuit I got on, got a hood to it. So I took it off. I said, do my hair look nice? She said, oh, Lord, you need to get that done. I said, that's what I'm on my way to do, get my hair done. So, and the lady was like, well, how much your hair? The daughter. She was like, how much your hair cost? I said, free. You know what I mean? That's how much it costs. I said, but, I said, these Gentiles, I said, this is a blessing that is bestowed on me by the Most High. I said, because it ain't just one store, it's a lot of stores. I said, I go in places, you know, I say, hey, you know, I get what I want, and then all of a sudden, they'll say, oh, go ahead. You good, you okay. You look like a nice person. They say stuff like that and let me take my stuff, you know. Sometimes I'll say, nah, Like one time, I was in the store and they did it in front of a cop. Actually, two white cops. He was like, "Go ahead, man," and I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna pay for it." So the lady was like, white lady was like, "So what's going on here?" I said, "Nothing going on." I said, "He's offering to give me my stuff for free," and she was like, "Why?" Like, and the man got mad and he was like, "Oh, why I gotta tell you why I'm giving him something for free?" He said, "I decided to give this man something for free, and that's what I'm doing." But why? Do your boss know? She said, he was like, "My boss." He said, "I am the boss. This is my store." And the man was like, "If I want to give somebody something for free, I'll give it to him." He said, "You can't tell me who and what to give something." She said, "No, I just know that people be scamming." I said, "People or my people?" I said, "Because I'm not scamming nobody. I go to work every day, you know?" And I'm going to tell you what happened. Of course, because so after I checked her and let her know that I go to work every day, of course, when I get in my car, she gets behind me, pulls me over, runs my tags, pull all my tools out my car, and leave them on the ground. And writes me a ticket. What was that ticket for? Oh, not wearing my seatbelt when I didn't even get out the parking lot to the store. You know, but I digress. Because that's what they do. When they get set, you know, checked and put in their place, they get upset and they attack you. Because that's what they do. You know what I mean? So, back to the lady in the door. So the guy was like, "Wow, that's crazy." He said, "So you telling me you go to different stores and like people look out?" I said, "It ain't all the time." I said, "But I could probably go into a Rite Aid and the person literally would tell me, 'Go ahead.' Just like that." I said, "Sometimes it makes me feel like I'm stealing, you know, but I don't know why. It happens." I said, "And this is God on it, that's the truth." You know what I mean? I said, "That's on my mom. And my mom is in the ground. They just give me stuff." I said, "It's not like it happens all day, every day. It could be once a month. You know what I'm saying? It could be once every 2 months or something. But you can tell that something's up because it has happened to me more than 5 times. And in 5 different locations at one point. You know? So, hey. And I'll ask them, "Yo, why you giving me all? You just seem like a nice guy, you know? You got a nice, what would the one guy tell me? You speak well." I said hi. You know? But, you know, you gotta understand, man. And the thing is this, y'all. And I'm just keeping it 100, right? I'm not compromising my willingness to follow the Father or to do the will of the Most High to the best of my ability, to not put anyone or anything before Him. I'm not going to compromise that or even allow someone or something to come between me and Him. So that's just that, you know. And I realized that that it's only the Most High, and it's all about the Most High. And you know, you have to honor Him for creating you. It's like seeing somebody be born that shouldn't be alive, but they are. You know what I'm saying? And they know whoever helped them to survive whatever it is, they hear, and they feel like they honor, you know, the individual that has them there. It's on that tip. Like, it's like, you know, I know you created me. I know you're the one that's been protecting me. I know these things. I know that I should have probably been dead 10,000 times over. with the stuff that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I know that you've been shielding me and keeping me away from certain things. I know that you put in on my spirit not to want to be around crowds and, you know, not to hang around like groups of people. Those things saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that you put the feeling in me to not want to go to clubs, and you know, and you gave me that family orientation, like, you know, to want to have a family instead of running around sleeping with all types of women all day every day. You know what I mean? That I find a woman more attractive with her natural hair, her natural skin, and wearing a long dress, wearing a dress instead of wearing pants and tight clothes. I don't find that attractive. It's not attractive to me. It's slutty. You know, I would rather see a woman cover herself up, and I've always been like that. I don't want to see you with all that bullshit in your face and all over your head. For what? That's not real. Like, when you take that off, then what? Now I gotta, nah, man, you're gonna scare the hell out of me because I don't know who the hell you are. You let me see you at who you are. If you can't accept your natural beauty that you were given, then you don't love the Most High. And I'm sorry to say that. It's like every woman that run up in these churches, and I'm gonna use that church for an example because that's where you find most of our women. But for every woman that run up in that church and bounce up and down and do that dance and backflips and, oh, I love this and love that, do you? Because you don't go in that church as you are. You go in there changed. You go in there with all types of rituals all over you, and spells and shit like that. You know, yeah, that's how you go. You do all this alchemy or whatever. I guess that's I think that's a good one to use. But yeah, because you don't come to, if that's just say that, let's say that is the house of the Most High, right? I'm just making a point. You don't come in his house as you are, the way he made you. You come in his house as something else. Blatantly tell him you don't like what he did for you. You don't accept it. You can do better. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this animal's hair in my head, fur all over my head, because that's what it is. It's animal's fur. That's not hair. The Aboriginal people have hair. The African people have hair. These people that do not have melanin in their flesh, that is a human marker that they don't have. And their hair grows like animals' hair grow. Look at a sheepdog. Look how long and soft that dog hair is. Look at a horsey's tail. Look how long it is. It's fur. It's not hair. It's fur. So you telling the Father that you would rather be a beast than a human. And you telling him that because he made you in his image with his kind of hair that you don't accept it because it ain't right. Understand, my sisters, y'all have a check to cash. I just want y'all to understand this. Y'all have a check to cash. And y'all ain't gonna like that mug when y'all go to the bank to cash it. Because You have disrespected the Most High in ways that we can't even comprehend. And if you just took a second and listened to his words and what he's saying to you, I will smite the crown of your head, right? And what you go and do? You go throw that shit in your hair, on your head. Yeah. You go throw that mess on the top of your damn head. So, I don't know. But you might want to think about what you have done. Because, again, you have really disrespected the Father and all that he's done to make you beautiful. To be made in the eyes and the image of the Most High, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And a lot of our women have taken that gift, that wonderful gift that you were given, and said, I don't want it. I want to look like them. And, Lord, I'm telling y'all, that's a dumbass thing to want. You hear me? That's a dumbass thing to want, y'all. It really is. Man, I cannot get in this spot because of the way these people park their cars. Like, it is almost impossible. It's the way these people park. Yeah. And, he says that my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, meaning that y'all don't even understand what y'all been doing. Y'all don't. You talking about disrespect? Think about what I just said, man. You made in the image of your Father. And you told your Father, I don't want to look like, I want to look like this fucking animal that runs around in all fours. That hates me and hates you. That's what I want to look around, because that's beautiful. Is it? Is it? Is that what you think beauty is? Nah. Because it ain't. Alright, y'all. Shalom.